We are members of Occupy Delaware.
We are members of Occupy Delaware.
We are using this venue.
We are using this venue
as our public forum.
as our public forum
To address the disappointment.
to address our disappointment
With the recent mortgage foreclosure settlement.
with the recent mortgage foreclosure settlement
Between the states and federal government.
between the states and federal government
And the mortgage banks.
and the mortgage banks.
To all our elected and appointed officials, including Sheriff Navarro, AG Biden, Governor Markell, Secretary Donovan, and President Obama. While we are happy that there may be some Americans who will be helped by this settlement, we are concerned that it is only window dressing and that there are some real flaws with it, including, number one, this deal does not go nearly far enough. $25 billion is a drop in the ocean given that close to 11 million borrowers are underwater on their loans to the tune of $700 billion. That means this deal only addresses 2.4% of the total negative equity affecting borrowers in this country. Number two, only $5 billion will come from the banks. The rest is our money. The mortgage principal write-downs will come from securitized loans, which means from investors, which means you and I, which in turn means taxpayers, via Fannie and Freddie, pension funds, insurers, and 401ks. This deal actually helps the banks get credit for loans that they've already written off. Number three, it does not address the 80% of mortgages that are through Fannie and Freddie. Number four, the $1,500 to $2,000 to be given to homeowners who have already lost their homes is an insult. And the argument that this settlement does not impede those homeowners from taking the banks to court is laughable. How can a family forced to move in with other family members afford a lawyer to sue one of the biggest banks in the country? Number five, we call for AG Biden to use the $8.3 million going to his office to fund grassroots organizations in Wilmington to fulfill the consumer education and outreach components of his mediation program. Biden's program is based on the successful Philadelphia model, and their program included grassroots component. That's why it worked. Number six, this deal could actually speed up foreclosures as banks rush forward on foreclosures they had been sitting on because they used robo-signing to process them. Finally, this deal is not even a slap on the wrist and will not act as a deterrent to keep these banks from defrauding the American people and potentially collapsing the world economy again.
Mic check.
Mic check.
We the people.
We the people
Must remain vigilant.
must remain vigilant
In demanding that the banks.
in demanding that the banks
Who caused this crisis.
who caused this crisis
Are held accountable.
are held
For
accountable
the malfeasance and fraud.
for their malfeasance and fraud.
We are paying attention.
We are paying attention.
We will not be silent.
We will not be silent.